FICMRepair.com. We're all almost together. Hey, Ed here with FICM Repair. Here to help you out again. Hey, I'd like you to just survey the injectors here. Just go ahead and look at all 8 of them. There we go, and go back and look at all 8 of them again. Okay. Now, no fair cheat, no fair doing anything else. No fair looking ahead. Hit pause on your video and tell me, what do you see wrong? I'll wait for you for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Some additional information. Little hint. These injectors, customer complaint was, hey, I put these brand new injectors and they suck. My engine misses. Okay, pan the injectors again. What's going on? Any clues? Okay. Whatever could it be? So customer said, had to be those crappy injectors. Just had to be. Well, if we look at this particular injector, what we'll see, kind of fun. That can't be right. I wonder what happened. That looks like mechanical damage. Can you say broken? I can. This is installer error 101. This is somebody not being careful. What you could have noticed if you were looking at the original pan, maybe you noticed this, maybe you didn't, but what you could have noticed is you could have noticed that this injector tip looks like it's never been fired. Exactly. All the rest of these are dark. This one here is not dark. This puppy never sprayed fuel, not ever. And it's like, I wonder why that is. Could it be that the installer, during the installation, shocker, actually broke this? I think so. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to change out how to change out the solenoids. Now, by the way, this is like an electromagnet, and inside there is a spool valve. And so we're going to take this little bolt out of here, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to replace both sides. We sell everything, including replacement dudes. So some people own earphones, they're solenoids. And you notice they're color matched. We got red and blue on one side, and we got white and black on the other side. So one side goes to the one side goes to the other side, and off to the races we go. But this little retainer nut is what you want to. This retainer bolt is what you want to take out. This bolt, by the way, only his whole job in life is to hold the solenoids in place. That's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little handy dandy Torx T10 with our 4mm ratchet on Lucy, and we're going to put the nut on here. And we're going to put him on here, and we're just going to ever so slightly take him off. And they say torque spec on this is 1/2 of a Newton meter. I am here to tell you that this feels like a lot more than 1/2 of a Newton meter. I'm not alone in this. There's other people who agree. That's like, that sure feels like a lot more than 1/2 of a Newton meter. But care is in order. Do not use power tools here. Please don't. And just take it very, very slowly. You can check on your work every once in a while, see how you're doing. Think, oh yes, it is coming off. We're not bending it upon ourselves and whatnot. We're just going to keep on keeping on. And by the way, you notice that there's a little washer on this side, and there's a little gap on that side too. You want to go ahead and you want to watch what side they come off of, so you don't cause yourself consternation. And so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to turn this off. There we go. Getting easier, getting easier, getting easier. Perfect. Almost done. This is not the time to lose pieces, by the way, in case you're wondering. So if you don't have an adequately clean work surface, please get one. White towels are nice. We like to use white towels, old beach towels or whatever is scrap, because you can see what you're doing. We're going to take this. We're going to put him right there. And we're going to take this other dude. We're going to take him out of here. And all this, by the way, this little assembly, this is a little plastic clip assembly. It just comes off, no big deal. You see it routes, the cables route inside there. This little race, there he goes. So it goes inside there. So we're almost done. We take this off, and that dude is not wanting to come out. And why is that? We're going to thread him out and see if he comes out that way. He's not wanting to pop out of there. Normally, what we see is that this just comes right out. So what we're going to do, normally, oh, that's not going to work so well. Let's go over here. Twist, 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 twist. Yeah, he's not coming out worth a flip, is he? He sure isn't. So he's loose, but he's not coming out. So the question is, why is that? So what we're going to do, let's try to take this, hold this still. That shouldn't matter at all. Why doesn't this come out? By the way, you do not want to, don't take off these two nuts. This area, this does not have to come off. Just leave this on. It's easier. So what we're going to do, we're going to go grab something and see if we can pop that up out of there. Be right back. Okay, so to get that off of there, what we ended up doing, I've never had one stick like that. Maybe it's commonplace, I don't know. You guys can add your comments in the comments, but normally this just slides right off, but it didn't want to. So I took a chisel from the inside and just pushed on the one side and kind of worked my way around and got it to come off. So now this is off, fine. This little bolt, you don't want to screw it up. So this comes off like that. And yeah, you see how he's bent? Yeah, we don't want to reuse him. And off he comes. So now we got the old proverbial headphones off, and we're going to leave them just like this. And if you want to right now, this is the spool valve. He can stay in there, but he should move very, very, very readily between sides. It should slide back and forth. You can take him out if you want to. And you can look at him. And he looks very nice. There's no issues with him at all. You can go right back in. You can just kind of wiggle him back in. There you go. And it should move very, very readily. And if it does, you're golden. Okay? Then what you do is you take your new dudes, you put him on there. There you go. Only goes in one way. Do you see how, by the way, it locks in? There's this little lock down here, a little holder down there, this little button down there. So it only goes in one way. It shouldn't be a situation where your spool valve is off to an angle. If there is, you got an assembly problem. Okay? So it's got to go like that, and you'll see that it locks. So you're good there. Take our other one. Same conversation. And by the way, same conversation. Get the little lock and that little hole in the inside there. You got this little deal inside there. It goes. So we're good. So now, just for purposes of holding it in place, we're going to take our little bent deal. We're not going to keep this bent deal. We're just going to keep this on here just long enough to hold it in place while we go get another one of these. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we got an old donor injector, and what I want you to notice, so I had problems getting that off of there, and you guys saw that, and I took this and pried it on the one side, which we did off camera. Sorry about that. I've just never had one stick like that. But I got to thinking, it's like, I didn't try too hard. My cameraman can attest. But what caused this little dude to get bent? Because he's obviously bent. What caused him to get bent? I don't know. But I did notice, so this is an attention to detail kind of conversation. You see that this little dude, you see that he is on here, and he didn't have a locking back nut on him, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But take a look at all the rest of them. All the rest of them do, and that one didn't. And it's like, why is that? But we look at this one and we're like, okay, that one appears to. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this one. All we're doing is we're robbing the bolt off of this core. That's all we're doing. there's the bolt. Oh, see how much nicer that slid out? No problems at all. And this has got a bunch of washers stacked as spacers, so that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the exact, we're just going to transfer these. And go from here to here. Make sure our spool valve still moves nice. It does. You know what? Before we do that, we're going to clean off the threads. We'll clean them off again. But we're going to clean them off right now. You'll see why in a second. There we go. And now we're going to start this threading. It can be a little bit of a trick to get started. Never start it by anything other than hand, though. Please don't. There we go. You see how I went on and went off and went on and went off and went on and went off? That's why I wanted to make doubly sure that we don't have a problem. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take one drop, just a singular drop of Thread Locker Blue, and we're going to put it on this thing. Up there. Singular drop as 2 drops full. I see the comments already. Yeah. There we go. And now we're going to hold this still. There we go. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Now you see how the solenoids are pulling away from the body? What you want to do is you want to make sure, you just want to pay attention. So there. You want to make sure that as you're putting this in, you're not putting any pressure against that plastic. The plastic will lose, right? And so you don't want it to lose. The plastic is just there as a keying mechanism to lock it in place, and that's all. There we go. There we go. And the last thing you want to do is damage this bolt. So just snug. And you're done. Done. That's it. Very good. Well guys, in a subsequent video we'll talk about moving these things over and to reuse this plug. There's no reason you cannot reuse this plug, so that's exactly what we'll do. And we'll go ahead and we'll put this back on and get it all resituated. You see it just goes right on top like this, and it just walks through. And you've got your other ones available to you, right? So you can see how they used the raceways to get there. So the black one went in first, obviously, and then the white one. And so we can go ahead and we can replicate that same thing just across the top like that, all the way down, all the way down. So if you suffer the problem that I suffer, you are type A, anal, detail oriented, on steroids, do jobs like this. If that's not you, please don't do jobs like this. Okay? Let other people handle it. So it's a know thyself conversation. So now here we all are. Life is super good. We're ready to go. We can take our handy dandy zip tie dudes. We can zip tie these together. There's no magic sauce on this. You just zip tie it, and again you can go back and you can look at the other one and say, hey, they zip tied it just above the 1 inch above. So you can say, okay, fine, I'm gonna zip tie it 1 inch above right here. But it really is not rocket science. There you go. And so now you're all set. Take end cutters, whatever you got handy, clip that puppy snug, and you're good. And like I said, in the next video, we'll go ahead and do this. Okay? Thanks very much. FICM Repair, we're all in this together.